Okay, this is my SmartCarb BAH model for my 15 KTM 250 XCW, and I have been doing rebuild kits on this thing, which basically just consists of where did I do with it? What did I do with it? It's around here somewhere. Here's the old one. Oh, I already put the new one in there. Okay, the new one is right there. All right. Here's what it looks like when you pull it out. You just pull it straight out of there. There's a little plate that goes down on there. I'll show you that in a moment, but this just goes down there. It's got a little O-ring that wears out over time, which will allow gas to just flow down past the needle and flood your bike out a little bit. It'll start running like crap. About once a year I'll do this, maybe once every 2 years. I think I've done it 3 or 4 times. I got it 19, probably 3 times. Anyhow, we got this little jewel, and these are super simple to replace. You just take the bowl off, take the little plate off, take the float thing off, and pull it straight out. But what I haven't been doing is replacing this additional one right here. When I was putting the plate back on, it had the same keeper that this had, and I'm like, oh man, it always came with these 2 extra O-rings. I'm like, well, so this is what comes out of that hole. And I just replaced it's just a freaking cylinder. So I just replaced those 2, and now I'm going to go ahead and slip that back in. Probably going to take a little pressure, so I'm going to put the phone down. Presto, it's done. Now this little plate goes right there on the top. And you put the little screw in. Once the screw is in, you can drop your little needle thing, I don't know what it's called, down in the hoe. And you take your little doohickey here, and slides right through there, through the little needle thing. And I probably have to put it on this before I put it in there. Stand by. And there you go. Got your little needle valve in there. Got your floats ready to roll. Yep, all right. Then your float goes back on, and that's pretty much it. Float bowl, that is. Your float bowl goes back on. Now that the float bowl is back on, the last thing I did, and I did it before I did anything else, but there's one other O-ring that's a little bit bigger that you just unscrew that choke there. It's a number 15 or 14. 15, I believe. And you back that out, and there's an O-ring. Just peel it off, slide the new one on there, and you're good to go. Slide it back on, and that's all there is pretty much to a SmartCarb. It's badass. I love it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.